Hi, everybody.
Hi.
What?
We always start weird, and people don't know because it doesn't start until after the thing.
There was an Amazon guy there, and I was going to
sing your Amazon song. No. You were singing.
No.
She was singing an Amazon song that she made up. It was quite good.
It was very good.
No. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
I'm nervous.
Good morning. That's not Sunday. Don't be nervous.
I'm nervous about two things.
Don't be nervous.
One, I'm nervous that I can't afford to live in this neighborhood.
Oh, I know, right? This is gorgeous.
Where are we?
We are in Avalon, Cove. This is a Jones Homes community. It is obviously closed out. Oh, good gracious. These homes are gorgeous. Right here in Horizon West. Wow. Again, community is sold out. It's actually a very small community. No real amenities other than the
playground. Yeah,
there's a playground. These homes that are kind of over here to our left, back up to the lake, so they are multi-million dollars. $2 million, $3 million. Yeah, with
million, I think,
with riparian rights. Lots of them have the piers and are what do you call it? Docks. Yeah, like boat lifts, things like that. Over here, right here to my left, was the original model home. Oh. Yep. And then I'm going to go down here and loop just because I'm going to. Because I got a couple of...
Excuse me, sorry.
I'm not going to say who they are, but a couple of... Good gracious.
Sorry.
Couple of homeowners in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they ended up being literally neighbors.
Yeah.
Just coincidentally, based on the home sites that were available at the time. But so beautiful.
They're
back
beautiful.
Here.
This is one of the things where they had a couple of plans that were so popular.
There's some for sale.
Wow. There's a couple of homes that were so popular.
Yeah.
Plans that they have lots of them. You know.
Yeah.
Neighbors for sale. How about that? Interesting. You can live side by side. You just need. I bet you need $5 or $6 million.
Oh yeah. Easy.
Anyway, the second reason I'm nervous is because I'm nervous and not nervous. We're going to talk about a controversial subject, but we're going to not talk about it controversially. So that's why I'm not nervous. So our first appeal to you is this: we're going to talk about Reedy Creek. The general reaction. Hold on. Go forward. And show the side here, and we have an opportunity to talk about Florida glass.
Yeah.
So hold on, we'll get back to the controversy.
So take a look to our left. You can see that screened enclosure has what we call it's called Florida glass. It is basically a filmed screen. Yep. So it gives you more privacy. Not all communities allow that within their HOA covenants, however, but most of them do.
Yes.
And it is a great option if your screened in outdoor area could potentially need a little bit more privacy, shall we say. But that's what it looks like in real scale. Anyway.
I apologize for any hum that you're going to get now because I had to turn the AC back on.
It's just so hot. By the way, it is so hot. Our dog, Penny has got some... God bless her.
We're off topic. She's a pooper.
She's got some pooping issues.
Yes.
And it's not just... It's not...
Okay.
It's not just once, but it's multiple times. And so I had to keep taking her out while I was trying to get dressed. In full disclosure, because we're just looping back through, I have to put a fan on me when I'm doing my makeup because, it's hot. Yeah. And every time I walked out, I was like, good Lord, it is a Florida day. Now, I will say it's a little bit overcast at the moment, but the sun will be out in 2 hot seconds, and it will be hot. Anyway, yes, I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. As always happens, we go off topic, and then we run out of time, and we're somewhere we have to talk about something else. No, it's fine. I wanted to show Florida glass, and you wanted to talk about our dog's poop. It's good. It's fine. That's why the people tune in. That's why the people love it, because of wide-ranging discussions. But here's the thing. So we're going to talk about Reedy Creek, but non-controversially, we're going to tell you what Reedy Creek actually is. Okay? Mm-hmm. So here, as they say, is a quick explainer.
So most of the discussion about Reedy Creek, Disney, and the Florida governor is about politics. But most of any possible outcomes is really going to be the issue about government.
And politics in our country right now is about a lot of things, but it also can be about everybody getting worked up and getting angry and pointing to the other side and saying whatever. So that's not really going to have a lot to do with the future of Reedy Creek. The politics part sort of is done, and now we're talking about government.
Right, and in the government aspect, we're really talking more about zoning, right? So residential, commercial, agricultural, etc. The different ways that land can be, would be, should be, is zoned, right? And how that changes. So, and the taxing, collecting the revenue that results from that zoning, and then really the main thing I think for us is serving, spending the tax dollars to, hopefully serve their constituents.
So when we show you what Reedy Creek actually is, we think that you'll see that when we talk about what the zoning and the taxing and the serving is going to be about, there's not really a lot to get worked up about at this point.
The government of the property around Disney it's controlled by 3 governments, right? So we've got Bay Lake, Lake Buena Vista, and the Reedy Creek Improvement District.
Bay Lake and Lake Buena Vista, they're similar, like, to regular governments. And now people actually live in those areas. The people that serve in government there are still, they're mostly, Disney-related people, but it's more like a regular government. The Reedy Creek Improvement District is just, nobody lives there. It's just roads.
Right. Okay, so now we're going to show you actually what Reedy Creek is, and I think, when we were starting this before we turned the camera on, you kind of mentioned it really well. Like, we're not political people when we're doing this, but this is really affecting the people who live here, or could affect the people who live here, and that is what it is that we share with you all the time.
Right.
So
and
that's kind of the purpose of this.
Neither of us are political people. We care about.
Well, yes, I'm saying we're not.
But not on this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is about living here.
Real estate.
In what we call Disney's backyard. So
and
that's
giving the people what they want.
And giving the people what they want. So I'll turn around in a minute. Okay. So right now we're at the corner of Hartsog and Avalon. Okay?
You should know where you are by now, people, because
right. But here's the thing. This is going to show you a couple things. How close we are to Disney, and why we call this area Disney's backyard. And then what the Reedy Creek Improvement District is, because the first northernmost part of Reedy Creek Improvement District is right there.
And we've passed it many times when we drive up to the tiny Target. Oh, man.
That's okay. And so you'll see these apartments over there on our left at the moment, but once we hit the end of those apartments, we enter the Reedy Creek Improvement District. And as you'll see, I'll keep putting this map up on the screen. The Reedy Creek Improvement District mostly is roads, but there are a couple of places that are shaded in pink on this map where things can actually be built. And one of the things that's being built right here, Amy, is
affordable housing.
Affordable housing.
I was like,
you're like, wait, it's a quiz.
No, don't quiz me. Yeah. But here's the thing. Let's talk about what does affordable housing mean, because I will tell you that there is a mindset for people sometimes where you think affordable housing.
Right.
You don't really know what that means. Like, you're like, what are they building? Like tiny little, tiny homes? Like, what does that mean?
We have an artist's rendering, which Horizon West Development Discussion Group on Facebook. Good place to follow for things that are coming around. They put up the artist rendering, but they also noted the roads in here, so you'll see on this map where we are right now. Right. And affordable could be doing a lot of work.
That's left to your own discretion.
So around here at the moment, so the apartments that you see here,
not
a couple $1,000 a month for a large size apartment.
Right. And we have several on the right side, on the left side.
We were talking about the other day about how around here, you're over $500,000 for a single family home. You're over $500,000 in a lot of cases you're close to $500,000 for
townhouse.
For a townhouse. So, by the way, entering RCID, that's what that sign says.
Reedy Creek.
So to our right now, that's where Disney affordable housing is going. So this whole thing around here. Now, if you look back, you'll see there's a little road there. Now, they say 2026 is when they're going to 1,400 units. Yep. And I think it looks like mostly condos, but who knows? Townhomes, condos, that kind of thing.
So it's all this over here.
Yeah. Now, off in the distance, there's like some water treatment things.
Right.
And I think they may be going to convert those into, based on the artist rendering, maybe more water features or whatever. But that's it right there. That's going to be Disney affordable housing. And it's also, this is the Reedy Creek Improvement District. This road is part of the Reedy Creek Improvement District.
Right.
That area over there is part of the Reedy Creek Improvement District. So, in terms of when people say, well, there's control over this.
And by the way, that's 429 right there.
Yes.
We're all going to Disney.
Yes. And that's, essentially, when we talk about government zone and tax and serve, the Reedy Creek Improvement District, what that basically means is Disney has been given license since 1967 to zone and tax and serve themselves. That's what the core of it is. They're allowed to provide their own government in those 3 areas: Bay Lake, Lake Buena Vista, and the Reedy Creek Improvement District. Now, by the way, I think we're past the part that's affordable housing. This will just be still part of the RCID. I thought that Flamingo Crossing, which we're coming up to, is part. Thank you. Flamingo Crossings is part of the Reedy Creek Improvement District. It is not. So I thought that was weird. It's actually part of Bay Lake, the city of Bay Lake. So this is your first lesson of Be very, very careful when you're on a bike. God bless you. It's all good. Oh, microphone fell. You said that was going to happen.
I did. I told you that. It's because it's not sticking.
Well, things are shaky. They're not taking very good care of the roads. I'm kidding. They are. The roads are great. But so that's lesson number one. We're crossing from one. It's not a town.
Right.
Reedy Creek Improvement District is not a town. A municipality.
There you go.
Into an actual city. The city of Bay Lake. This part is in Orange County. Now, part of Bay Lake and part of Lake Buena Vista, maybe all of Lake Buena Vista, are in Osceola County. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen. But so now we're crossing into Bay Lake. But here's the thing: the road that we're on. This is where it gets. This is why we want you to understand that there's not a lot to be.
And right, Flamingo Crossings, by the way.
There's not a lot to be freaking out about. The road is Reedy Creek. Right there, Hash House A Go-Go, opening soon, is in Bay Lake. Okay, so their zoning and their taxes and the services that are provided to them. I'm going to give up on this. And just put it here somewhere. Sorry, it's a microphone.
You want me to turn it left, right?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to stop in the middle of the road?
Hi. Tour on. Okay, this is just it's making me unhappy with the microphone.
No, just give it to me.
No, I just put it right there.
Just come up.
It's fine.
Okay.
We're good. That's a good idea. Your idea was better, but now I'm going to do the man thing. What you wanted to do, I'm not doing because it was your idea.
Yeah,
okay,
it's a good one, but whatever.
By the way, so Flamingo Crossings, you've probably joined us on other Sunday drives, and so we've driven through here. Mm-hmm. Walgreens, Pyology. Okay.
Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan. This is well known. People really care. But here's what you have to know. If you know the city of Cincinnati, you're going to be very excited about what's coming right over there, which is Skyline Chili, opening soon. And most of you are going, what's Skyline Chili? It's basically spaghetti with chili on it.
It's different.
I'm excited about Skyline Chili coming. I'm not going to really eat any Skyline Chili. So that's okay.
So am I allowed? I won't go off topic.
You can go.
I was going to say, so there was
off
a time.
Topic is what we do.
And just again, direct me where you want to go from here.
Just go to Epcot and Magic Kingdom, and then we'll loop around the hotels because that's all. Right now, we're going to be in Reedy Creek, in Reedy Creek, from now until the end of the video because everything that the concrete touches is our kingdom of Reedy Creek. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I was just going to say that again, way back when we were young and. Didn't have to prop ourselves up in the bed to get up in the morning. When we were performers, we worked for a company that was actually based out of Cincinnati.
Yes.
So King's Productions was based in Cincinnati, and there was, I don't remember what year it was, but it was the year that you did your DOD. 92?
Maybe?
No.
A long time ago. Whatever. 91, 92.
Anyway, I just remember I did Winterfest there. So if any of you are familiar with Cincinnati and Kings,
so good.
I know, and Kings Island there in Cincinnati. I did the Winterfest there, and I was an elf. My name was Stitch the Elf in the Santa's Toy Factory, which was a lovely, really adorable main stage show.
If only I had video, I could have shown you.
You're not. No.
I did. No. I am. Okay. All right. So look in front of us.
Yes.
Reedy Creek Improvement District. To our right and to our left, City of Bay Lake.
Okay.
Bay Lake City, the Bay Lake City Rollers. I don't know who. Woody was my favorite.
And not
Bay City
affected,
roller.
correct?
No. Well, I mean, so I guess down the road, who knows? Politicians could decide. Well, we're going to do this or that. That would be much more difficult to do.
Exactly.
So let's talk about that. If it's just roads, what could they do? Okay. This is why it's sticky because it's hard to talk about it non-politically. Certainly, I'll talk about it in terms of unconditional positive regard. Okay, because you know that phrase if you've watched our things before. So let's have unconditional positive regard for everyone involved. Certainly, this political disagreement could not be about punishing one entity or the other. Because if it was about punishing, then maybe what you would do is slow down the roads, not maintain the roads. Because all it is the roads, right here anyway. Oh, wait, you could really see Everest really well right there.
Yeah.
Wow, that was crazy. So Animal Kingdom right over there. But of course it's not about that because we have unconditional positive regard. So, one of the controversies and concerns for us as taxpayers in Orange County was, well, if they dissolve this district entirely, then Orange County would then get these roads and we'd have to pay the cost of maintenance. However, what may be the outcome is that instead of giving these roads to, well, they kind of have to give them to the county, but there could be an agreement for Bay Lake to maintain the roads. And then we're back to where we were before. It's just a different definition of who's there. So again, the road part of it is not, and by the way, unconditional positive regard. Nobody wants to be remembered as the person who ruined the roads going into Disneyworld. That is a political, in any town, in any place around the world, making sure there's no potholes in the roads is one of the most important things a politician can do. That's a fact of politics. Nobody wants to be the person that, if the roads aren't maintained very well, even starting now, they're not going to blame Disney World at this point. Maybe they will, I don't know. But maybe it would affect business. Maybe it would slow people down. But again, unconditional positive regard, they just, they have control of the roads, and I'm sure they will continue to be well maintained and operated. So,
Yes. And continuing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello.
Tourons. It's very difficult, by the way.
Maybe for this inconvenience, we should all get seasons passes to Disney. They could give every Orange County.
Why, Amy? I'm glad you brought that up. They're selling annual passes again now.
I know.
So we need to get ours.
We do.
We do. Well.
And the reason you want
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I stepped
Please.
on you that time.
No,
okay. We used to have annual passes, but it just got to the point where we never got to go. Even though
we sad.
I know. Even when we got the big Mamma Jamma pass, where it didn't have blackout dates and things like that, we still just never really got to go to enjoy it. And so, again, thankfully that we're busy. And then our son wanted to do Universal instead.
Yeah.
Because Halloween Horror Nights and all that. But we just didn't renew our passes.
And then they stopped selling them, so that was that.
Yep.
But now, as of April 20th, they're selling them now. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about, though, so we showed you some of the land that's Reedy Creek. Mm-hmm. We're showing you the roads that are Reedy Creek. Now, to our south, right now we're heading north. To our south is actual land. So south of the Wide World of Sports complex. So Wide World of Sports is in the Reedy Creek Improvement District, okay? So right now, when you talk about Reedy Creek, the national story is that the governor mentioned that maybe they'd build a prison on Disney World property, right? Unconditional positive regard, I think he was joking. I hope so. But my point is, so the land that you see to the south, that would likely be where something like that would happen. In the plans for the, in the responses, legally and those kind of things, one of the big news, Amy, was Disney had in there that by 2032, they expect and plan to have a 5th theme park. Okay? I would guess it would be down there, south of I-4. Mm-hmm. But again, when you think about the actual... So, by the way, your reaction to that, woohoo, right? So we're talking about lots of jobs. We're talking about lots of tax revenue for the state and for the area. All of those things.
Now, before we go, do you want me to go off toward Epcot or straight toward...
Straight down to morning. Yeah, go like you're going to Grand Floridian. Which is, which is in Bay Lake, by the way. It's not in, but the road in front of it is Reedy Creek. But again, when you think about the actual governing and the actual outcomes, in terms of politics, say, well, we're going to do this or this or this or this. That's politics. In terms of actual governing, zoning, taxing, and serving, Do you really want to be the person that built a prison at the most magical place on earth that's going to be there after all of us are gone? Do you really want to be that? No, you don't. And by the way, would that serve you politically? No, it absolutely would not. You're served politically by making the statement, because then you get the political juice from, oh, I said this thing. The actual doing of that would be not, in my opinion, not a very good political move. Anyway,
yes.
So
getting into politics,
we're not. And I'd just like to refresh. We're like, please don't in the comments.
No.
Be like,
we don't do that.
You think this, or you think no. What we think doesn't matter in terms of this discussion. By the way, you're currently in the Reedy Creek Improvement District. To the right, Bay Lake. To the left,
solar panels.
Bay Lake and solar panels.
Doing great things, by the way.
Part of the city of Bay Lake.
Right.
Here's part of the argument against it. Those solar panels against the way that we're districted out. Districted. Kind of word, but whatever. Districted. Those solar panels were purchased by and operated by, and the benefits essentially accrue to the corporation, to the Disney Corporation, for the operation of their own business. They made the decision to do that. They paid the cost of doing that, and all of that, you could argue, is fine. Or some people would say, well, no, the government should have more say in that. That's some of what the actual discussion is about, is our special improvement districts working in the best interest of the citizens of the state. But you'll notice that we're not talking about the villages, which has the same thing. There's another one there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of special improvement districts in the state of Florida. So again, let's think about the actual governance of it, as opposed to thinking about, getting all upset about it. So if you look here, okay, the Magic Kingdom, the gate over there, that's part of Bay Lake. Reedy Creek Improvement District, Bay Lake over there. Lake Buena Vista, we're not going to get there today just for time, but mostly Lake Buena Vista is like Disney Springs, like that area. Mm-hmm. Those hotels and that thing, people know what that looks like.
Person.
Oh boy.
Gracious.
So, Amy, what do we call that? A daily occurrence.
Stressor.
Yeah, so that we call that a tour on, and by the way, it's a loving term.
Yes.
We're not like mocking people.
And we've
hard.
been that. We're that when we go other places.
It's difficult. It's difficult to drive around.
It's just.
But they were in the Reedy Creek Improvement District, and they really wanted to get to Bay Lake. That's what really happened.
Way to bring that full circle.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you. It's confusing, but so I hope that this short little trip into the heart of the Reedy Creek Improvement District shows you what we're talking about, and so maybe we don't worry so much about the actual governance of the thing.
I think when people have an understanding and a visual of what it is, and not just word vomits, that you can actually get a much better idea, and it will kind of ease and calm some of the people that don't really know what this is.
So that guy hitting his drive on that golf course was playing in Bay Lake. If he hooked the ball, if he did a duck hook, he would have hit his ball into the Reedy Creek Improvement District. Again.
Okay. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. I like to belabor points. But, by the way, that tower, I don't know that I'd seen that tower come up that fast.
That was very fast, isn't it?
Yowzers. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, you can take a right. Go straight. Yeah. So, Polynesian there right in front of us.
One of my favorites.
This is just...
But you know what? Now that we have our little pool area, we're like, oh, we want to find... That's why we went to the Animal Kingdom launch.
Yeah, but that's so good.
I know. Maybe we should go back.
So, one of the videos we're going to make coming up is how do you keep...
The love alive?
No, we can't help with that. We could help, but nobody wants to hear that. Ick. Well, it's mostly my dancing that does it. Just kidding. No. We want that. See, again, now I get stuck in my head. How do you keep the music playing? Look at that tower. Look at that. That's quite a tower. Mm-hmm. That's in Bay Lake, by the way.
Okay.
Anyway, how do you keep the song from fading?
Honey, that's not helping.
Okay. With any luck, nothing else to hold. How do you keep the music playing? We're going to do a video on how do you make it special to come to Disney when you live here.
Yep.
We need to do that.
Yep.
And to do that, we need to live that a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
But,
yeah, the first step is to go.
Yeah, so Jerry and Marcia are closing on their house this week.
Oh my gosh.
And they're the biggest Disney folks we know. Like, cause they lived in Virginia. They travel here like 6, 7, 8 times a year almost, it seems like. They love it. And one of the things we talked about was, and we've known them forever. We've known them forever through Disney, through Disney message boards and things like that. And that's one of the things we talked about was how do you keep the music playing? How do you make how do you make it special? So because that's always the challenge when you move here. So that'll be a video in the future. But for now, as we travel here through the Reedy Creek Improvement District, on our way back to the Orange County, unincorporated Orange County, which is Horizon West. I guess we can wrap it up.
All right, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah,
it went longer than we thought.
Yeah,
as always. All right, guys. I do hope that it was a little bit more in. Shush up. That it was informative.
Yes.
And like I said, I think it's better to have that visual on it, and
yes.
For people who live here. Anyway, okay.
I don't know where we are right now.
I know where we are.
Do you know where we are?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the road back to
Ficat, and then
over here,
loop back around, and we'll be home.
But right now, what municipality are we in right now?
Oh Lordy, I don't know. Are you looking? I don't know.
That's Reedy Creek Improvement District.
Yeah.
But all over there is Bay Lake and Bay Lake. So again, we didn't make it to Lake Buena Vista, but again, think Disney Springs. That's where that is.
Yep.
Peace out.
Peace out. All right, guys. As always, remember, please stay safe. What? Oh yeah. Please stay safe. Stay well. Remember, we love you, and happy house hunting.
What were you asking me? Like, what do I say?
No.
What? Because I went peace?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Anyway. All right.
Good job.